Hello. Just getting the music link. I forgot to share that. So share that in the chat. Go ahead. We'll get started in a moment. If you have a block or two, that would be nice. If you don't, no worries. We're going to start in a nice, comfortable, easy pose tonight. Go ahead and sit nice and tall against an imaginary wall. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes. Hands face up if you'd like, wrists on your knees just hanging over. And just start to breathe primarily through your nose, inhaling and exhaling, nice and slow. As you start to breathe, focus on maybe an intention for your practice today. For me, the last couple days, I skipped teaching. Usually I like to do this every day, but I just wasn't feeling it. My right arm's been a little bit sore. It's mostly better. I think I slept on it funny one night. And sometimes you just need a break, and that's okay. As you're settling in, just start to think about what you need from tonight's practice or whenever you're watching this. It might be compassion or gratitude or calmness or something else to help you through your day. As a reminder, it's your yoga practice. Do what's right for you. So if something's too challenging, modify it to be easier. If something's too easy, feel free to make it more difficult. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Just do your best and don't push yourself beyond a limit. That's more about an experience than about pain. These sequences, including tonight's, are being recorded during the coronavirus quarantine. So the reminder, you can get yoga even in imperfect times. You might see my dog or my son or other family members disrupt during the class. My dog might bark. My son might ride around in his hoverboard as he just does that on cue. Just a reminder that you can get a yoga experience regardless of what's going on in your house. Continue with your breath. Yoga is said to be the union of breath, mind, and body. So start with your breath. In your mind, you're doing things perfectly, and maybe your body follows, and maybe it doesn't, and that's totally okay. Go ahead and open your eyes. Inhale your arms up overhead, nice and slow. We'll start with a very deliberate spine opening sequence. And exhale, release. If you've taken my classes before, this is something I do in almost all my classes. I like to start with the spine and warm the muscles up around it and slowly branch out from there. And then work into some very deliberate flows, not too many. And then start to do some stretches. And Friday night, I usually do some wall work. We'll see if I feel like that tonight. Trying to keep it easy on my arm, but we'll do something with the wall. So if you have an empty wall, be ready to use it the last 10 or 15 minutes of class. Inhale your arms up overhead again. And exhale, release your hand to the right and lean to the right. Thanks, Anna. Inhale, rise up through center. Exhale, lean to the left. And when you lean, you can either look down at your hand, forward, or up under your arm. Whatever feels best for you today. Each exhale, maybe lean a little bit deeper. Rise up through center and just start to gently rock your hips in circles. Maybe take bigger circles. If you're on the edge of the block, this might be more comfortable, but just do what's right for you. After 4 or 5 revolutions, or maybe 3, start to rotate in the other direction. If you're on a block, go ahead and remove it. Inhale your arms up overhead and exhale, twist to the right. Sitting up nice and tall, right hand behind your back, left hand outside your knee. Twisting from your belly, not forcing it. Keeping the twist in your body, rotate only your head forward, looking over your left shoulder. Starting to stretch open that neck. Then exhale, release. Change the cross to your legs. Inhale your arms up overhead and exhale, twist to your left. Again, sitting up tall, right hand outside your right left quad. Keeping the twist in the body, rotate the head forward, looking over that right shoulder. And exhale, release. Start to rotate the wrists in one direction, keeping them in your hands and fists, and then rotate in the other direction. Hands on your knees and shrug your shoulders up and back a few times, and then switch directions. And then inhale, look down at your right shoulder. Exhale, slowly start to rotate your head to the left, very slow and deliberately. I don't know if the store will be open, Otto. Continue to rotate with your head, nice and slow and deliberately. And then at some point after a few rotations, switch directions, again, going very deliberately and slowly. Generally, the slower you go, the more relief you'll feel on your neck and the muscles around it. You can pause anywhere you feel any discomfort or anywhere that sounds like a Rice Krispie. It was a joke, Otto. He heard that part. All right, return to neutral. There's some seated cat-cows. Hands on your shins. For cat-cows, you always start from the bottom of your back and work your way up through the spine, up through your head, but your head just comes along for the ride through your spine moving. Just put your hands on your knee or shins. Inhale, work your way forward, shoulders back, and then round, starting at the bottom and working your way up, and your head naturally looks down. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, straighten. Exhale, round. Continue with your own breath. Inhaling for cow, exhaling for seated cat. Once more with your own breath. Return to neutral. Just gonna check and make sure the live stream is working. All right, all looks good. I always feel like I should check that at least a couple times during class to make sure everything's working. Okay, now we're gonna do different seated cat-cow. We're just gonna interlace our fingers. Point your hands away from you. Inhale, straighten your back, arms up. Exhale, round your back and your arms come parallel to the earth. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. And exhale, round. Do this a couple more times with your own breath. Return to neutral. And just grab your fingers together and interlace your arms kind of all randomly. Maybe up overhead, maybe to the side, maybe the other side, maybe around you, maybe behind. And then we're going to teeter-totter. I'll just bring one hand facing me, one hand facing you. Get a nice strong grip in your fingers. We're just going to move the elbows and the arms. So inhale one side up, the other side down. Exhale, return to neutral. Inhale the other side up and down. Exhale, return to neutral. And just keep doing this with your own breath. And what this does is it helps your sides of your neck get stretched open, as well as your hands, your forearms a little bit, biceps a little bit. But it's primarily about getting this part of the neck right there nice and warm and ready to go. One more time on each side. Return to neutral. And we're going to just do some very gentle neck stretches. So we're going to place the hand on the head, but we're not going to force it. It's just there, just as a very lightweight. Like think of it like the weight of your hand. And your other hand's just going to go behind you. And you just slowly let that head surrender to the side. And then inhale, rise up, exhale, switch sides. And just surrender. Inhale up through center. Straighten your legs. Start out by just sitting up nice and tall. So engage your quads, engage your glutes, hamstrings. Curl your toes back. Inhale your arms up overhead and exhale, lean forward. Maybe reach your toes, maybe you don't. Maybe your palms are face up. Just very gentle. Maybe your knees stay bent. With each breath, exhale, maybe you just surrender a little bit more. Inhale, slowly rise up. Now we're going to do everyone's favorite subtle body heat generator. This is too much, just leave your foot on the earth, but otherwise inhale your right leg up a couple of inches and over a couple of inches and just start to point and flex. And then go ahead and hold the point and start to rotate in one direction. Nice and slow and deliberate. If you're starting to shake, you're doing it right. If you ever need a break, just put your foot down and rejoin us when you can. On your next point, hold it for a breath, and then rotate the opposite direction. Go ahead and release. Go ahead and massage that leg out. Maybe your quads, maybe your calves. We're going to do the left side. Inhale that leg up and over a couple of inches. Start to point and flex. Go ahead and hold the point and start to rotate in one direction. And then hold, and then rotate the other direction. Go ahead and release it. And again, massage out that leg. Maybe get the other one again. Then bring your knees forward, roll onto your back. We'll take a few floating bridges. Just bring your heels towards your bottom, roughly where your hands can reach. Roll onto your shoulders. Inhale, just relax your breath, and exhale, rise up, arms up overhead, hips up high. Inhale, roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, rise up, lifting the hips a little higher maybe come onto your toes. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise up. And inhale, lower. And grab your knees to your chest. Just gently rock side to side. Maybe take some nice circles. Then you can either bring one arm up overhead, roll to your side, and then work your way up. Or you can start to rock forward and backward a few times. Eventually come through seated. Oh yeah, and then from seated, we're gonna come to hands and knees. And as you'll often hear me mention, when you're on hands and knees in yoga, your fingers are spread wide. Create as little space between the earth and your hands as possible, allowing yourself to take pressure off your wrists. Give a slight bend in your elbows, even when your arms are straight. Same with your knees when your legs are straight, and that prevents you from hyperextending. Then you imagine your outer two fingers and your knuckle mounds and finger mounds taking the pressure off your wrists. Now raise some cat-cows, and again, remember, don't swing your neck, just let it go along for the ride. And we start from the lower belly, the lower spine, lower the belly, chest forward, shoulders back, head forward. Exhale, round the spine, starting from the bottom and working your way up. Inhale. Otto is very excited to be here tonight. And exhale. Once more, inhaling for cow, exhaling for cat. Turn to neutral. Just rock the hips a little bit side to side. Inhale the right leg behind you, parallel to the earth, toes pointed down. And exhale, round the spine, knee to your forehead. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend, and you can continue with that, or also bring your left hand forward. And then bring your knee to your elbow. And continuing to extend on your inhales and round on your exhales. One more time, and then hold it for a breath. And you can stay here, take a heart opener by bending the back knee, grabbing that foot, and with your top hand, gently kicking into your foot. And then keep the leg raised, lower the foot to the left side of your mat. Tap twice and slowly moon, arcing up and over. Breathing side to side, tapping side to side. Focusing on elevation over width or speed. It's a nice opener for our hips. Once more on each side. Turn to neutral. We're just going to quickly move to the left side this time. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. You can extend, or you can also bring the right hand forward this time. Bring the knee to elbow. And go ahead and hold on the next extension for a breath. And then bend your knee, grab your foot with your hand, kick slightly, and then release the hand. Bring the foot to the right side of your mat, tap twice, arc up and over, and moon it. Continuing to breathe. Again, focusing on elevation or height of the foot. Once more on each side. And come into child's pose, knees wide, toes together, hands forward, forehead to the earth. Just surrender here for a couple of breaths. If you ever need a rest in yoga, this is a great place to go. Just go here, catch your breath, and return when you're ready. You can stay here or inhale. Walk your hands off to the right side of your mat and surrender to the earth. Inhale, walk through center. And exhale, off to the left side. Inhale, walk through center. Come back to hands and knees. And we're gonna curl our toes, rise up through down dog. Straightening one leg, bending the other. This is known as walking your dog. Trying to bring one heel to the earth while the other knee bends. You can stay here and try and bring your heels towards or on the earth, or you can glide forward into a plank. You could be on your knees, or come onto your forearms if that feels better today. You can walk yourself, bend your knees, straighten your arms, and hover and hold for bear. And slowly walk yourself back up to a down dog. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back to your feet. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe grasp one elbow, the opposite hand, and vice versa. Let your head surrender a little bit more towards the earth. Maybe you gently sway side to side just through the act of straightening your legs. And exhale, release to earth. Hands down. Inhale, slowly rise up. Stand up nice and tall. Back up a little bit so you don't get decapitated yogi halfway through this sequence. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, right hand to your right hip, lean to the right. Hips go left. Inhale, rise up through center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, rise up through center, cactus the arms. Elbows shoulder height or higher. Inhale, lift your right heel, and exhale, twist to your right. Inhale through center, lower the right heel, lift the left heel, and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale through center. Hands beside you in mountain pose. In mountain pose, just stand nice and tall. Quads engaged, hamstrings engaged, glutes engaged, triceps engaged. Shoulders back, chest forward. Maybe close your eyes for a couple breaths. Inhale, open your eyes, arms up overhead. And exhale, bring your hands to your low back or interlace your fingers behind you. Inhale, look up, lean back, shoulders back. Then we're gonna bend our knees, and if your fingers are interlaced, just start to fold forward. If they're interlaced, maybe your arms come up overhead as you straighten your knees at the bottom. And just sit for a second. Inhale, hands graze the earth and rise up through chair. Shoulders relaxed, arms straight. Sit back, maybe look down to see if you can see your toes. And inhale, straighten your arms and legs. And exhale, maybe rise onto your toes, lifting your heels. And exhale, lower your heels, fold from your spine. Inhale, hands to your shins, half lift, flat back. Take a couple breaths here and half lift. And exhale, fold forward. Walk forward through a plank. And from plank, you have the option of side plank. You can either bend your knee, toes out, left leg up, or you can stack your legs. Some keys for good side planks. Having a slight bend in the elbow on the bottom, actively lifting from your hips, keeping your top shoulder in alignment with your legs. Exhale, release. Inhale, switch sides. Do whichever side plank variation is best for you. Exhale, turn to center and come back to down dog. Inhale, your right leg in the air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward to low lunge. Back knee plants. First, place your hands on your quad for a breath or two. Then inhale, lean back, your hips and arms and upper body. Exhale, glide forward. Take a nice full revolution with your arms. Inhale, bring them up, shoulders relaxed, arms straight. The more your shoulders relax, the straighter your arms will go. Inhale, your right hand, your right hip, and lean to the side instead of twisting first. And then lean back up. And now lean forward and twist your elbow outside your knee as much as you can. Maybe your hands come towards heart center. Sit here for a few breaths. Each exhale, maybe you twist a little deeper. Or maybe you wish I wasn't holding it as long tonight. Exhale, return to center. Plant your hands. Front knee back to meet your back knee. Come through narrow knee child's pose for a breath or two. Keeping the arms where they are. Inhale, glide forward through up dog or cobra. Exhale through down dog. Inhale, your left leg in the air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward. Lower yourself down to low lunge. Rise up and release your fingers. Just plant them on your quad for a couple breaths and settle into this lunge. And inhale, lean back your body. Exhale, glide forward, arms open. Take a nice full revolution. And bring your arms up, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, your left hand to your left hip. And exhale, lean over the side first. And inhale, rise back up. And then lean forward and take a twist. Again, just continue to breathe. And exhale, return to center. Front knee back to meet your back. Settle down for narrow knee child's pose for a couple breaths. Inhale, glide forward through up dog or cobra. And exhale through down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, hands to shins for half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up through chair. And exhale, straighten your arms and legs. Maybe rise under your toes. And exhale, release your heels. Swan dive forward. Inhale, walk yourself forward to down dog. From down dog, come into dolphin if you'd like, or stay in down dog. Dolphin, you're just planting your forearms on the earth. You're looking forward instead of back like you would in a down dog. If you're in dolphin, go ahead and straighten back up to down dog. Inhale, your right leg in the air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward. This time we're coming up through crescent. So your front knee's bent, back leg straight, on your toes, balls of your feet on your back. Inhale your arms up high, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, lean forward, arms back in the air, hover and hold. Inhale, rise up. Bring your right hand to your right hip and lean to the side again first. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean forward and take a twist. And from this twist, you can stay here or open up your arms or bring your hand inside your foot for revolve side angle. Keep that back leg straight. And this top arm is not your shoulder leads and your belly leads, your shoulder leads. Your arm follows rather than forcing it. So don't strain your shoulder. Exhale, release the twist. Plant your hands. Go through standing splits. Forehead towards your knee. And come back up to high lunge. Take a Vinyasa flow, high push-up to low push-up. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale for down dog. Inhale, left leg up and air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward. Rise up through crescent, front knee bent, back leg straight. Inhale, hover and hold, arms back, head forward. Inhale, rise up through crescent, relax the shoulders, straighten the arms. Inhale your left hand to your left hip. And exhale, lean to your left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean forward and take the twist. Maybe your hands come together. Maybe your arms open up. Or maybe you take revolve side angle. Front knee bent, back leg straight. Continue to breathe. Exhale, release to center. And take standing splits, planting your hands. Front leg straight, back leg straight. Exhale, release to high lunge. Three-legged dog. Vinyasa flow, high push-up to low push-up. Up dog or cobra. To down dog. And come into child's pose. Wide knees. You can stay here or thread the needle. Bringing the right arm up, threading it under the left. You can stay here. Bring that left arm up and over outside your right hip. Your twisted, threaded child's pose. It's been a lot of twists today. So good for digestion, elimination. If you're threading, switch sides. Come back to neutral. Left arm up and under. Maybe the right arm. Twist around. If you're twisting from your belly. Inhale back through center. I'm gonna come up through camel. You can curl your toes underneath you, like just rise up onto your knees. Inhale your arms up overhead. And exhale your hands to your low back, elbows behind you. Hips forward, shoulders back. And maybe your hands start to come towards your feet. Or you could really just stretch them back. Just you want to keep your hips forward and shoulders back, which is true in almost everything in yoga. Inhale, slowly come back, hands to your low back. And go ahead and plant your hands back in hands and knees. And rise up through down dog. Inhale your right leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward, coming through warrior A. Front knees bent, back leg straight, front foot forward. Back foot out at 45-degree angle. Hips are forward. You can just grab your hips and twist them forward. Keeping that back leg straight, front knee bent. Try and find equal balance between your front and back body. So if you're leaning forward, you might be doing too much work on your front leg. If you're leaning back, you might be doing too much work on the back leg. So just find that nice equilibrium. And then relax the shoulders and bring the arms up besides the ears, straighten the arms. From here, we're going to float forward into Warrior C. Or you can place your hands down for Standing L if that's better. We're going to come back to Warrior B. Now our heels are aligned in the same plane. Front knee remains bent, back leg remains straight, but back foot's at a 90-degree angle. Your upper body is vertical. Shoulders relaxed, arms out. Look over your front body, over your front fingers. Warrior B. And flip the front palms and lean forward. And then lean back for reverse warrior, keeping that front knee bent, back leg straight, hand lifted high. And keeping the arms where they are. Inhale, straighten that front knee for reverse triangle. Lifting that top hand up a little bit higher maybe. Engaging those quads. Keep the legs where they are, straight. Inhale your arms straight to Warrior B arms. And exhale, lean forward and tilt for triangle. Triangle, actively lift up with that top hand. Keep that top shoulder back in the same plane as your legs. That bottom hand is just kind of there for some gentle support. It can be on your quad or your shin. And then in exhale, bend your front knee. For side angle, your elbow can be on your quad, or your arm can come inside, or you could take a wrap. If you take the wrap, try to keep that upper body back in the same plane as your legs. And from side angle, we come through half moon, planting that right hand in front of and outside. Right foot, left hand on your hip. Hips open to the side like they do for Warrior B. Top hand maybe lifts up, legs straighten. Maybe that bottom hand hovers, or maybe it rests on a block. Exhale, release to Warrior B legs. Or come to the side. Take a wide-legged forward fold. From exhale, fold forward. Heels out, toes in. Hands to the earth. Maybe your forearms are on the earth or on a block. Just gonna check the time. I'm not gonna do too much here because I do want some time for the wall. Just plant your hands. Just gonna walk back forward into a lunge. Take a Vinyasa flow, high push-up to low push-up. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale for down dog. Inhale, your right leg in the air behind you. Your left leg in the air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward. Warrior A. Front knee bent, back leg straight, back foot out at a 45-degree angle, separate parallel tracks. Hips forward, shoulders relaxed, arms straighten up. Balance between front and back body. Inhale, flip forward to Warrior C for a few breaths. And exhale back to Warrior B. Front knees bent, back leg straight. Heels are aligned in the same plane. Hips to the side, upper body's vertical. Shoulders relaxed, hands actively reaching out in opposite directions, looking over your front fingers. Inhale, flip the front palm, lean forward. Lean back for reverse warrior, keeping that front knee bent. Back leg straight. Then inhale, straighten that front leg for reverse triangle, top hand lifting up. And inhale, keep the legs straight, arms to warrior bee arms. And exhale, lean forward and tilt for triangle, top hand actively lifting up. You know, equal engagement on both sides of your upper body. Fight gravity or resist gravity by lifting up actively with that top hand, keeping that top shoulder in the same plane as your legs. And exhale, bend that front knee and come into whatever side angle variation suits you today for a few breaths. And then we're going to come in through half moon. Left hand out in front of you. Right hand to your right hip. Straighten those legs and float. Whenever you're ready, come back down. We're going to skip the wide-legged forward fold so we have a little more time for wall work. Coming through high lunge. Take a final vinyasa flow of the sequence. High push-up to low push-up. Up dog or cobra to down dog. Come into child's pose for a couple breaths. Or get water if you need it. When I do yoga, I rarely ever take a water break. But when I teach yoga, I do. The thing about yoga and water is you definitely want to drink a lot of water after your sequence. We don't want to drink too much during your class because you don't want to feel bloated or feel cold. Come back up through hands and knees when you're ready. We're going to do a lizard, half split, pigeon sequence. And we're going to inhale that right leg behind you, parallel to the earth. Exhale, glide it forward. Foot outside your hands. Start tall for high lizard. If this feels good, you can come onto your forearms on a block. Do a balancing posture by planting your hands and resting your body on your forearms. Or you can surrender to bird of paradise by bringing that right foot out to the side, sole of the foot on the earth, arm underneath it. Left cheek on the earth. I'm supporting mine so I don't crunch my AirPod. This looks challenging. If you're not familiar with it, it's actually quite easy. There is another yoga posture known as a bird of paradise that's more challenging. You're actually standing sort of in a tree posture, but your one leg is up over your shoulder. And I cannot do that one, but maybe someday. Inhale slowly, come back up to high lizard, and then straighten that front leg for half split. Or maybe slide it further forward for a fuller expression of splits. Otto is very active tonight. It's a great place for blocks, either under your hamstring or under your hands if you need them. This is easy. Maybe bring your forehead towards your knee. Inhale, slowly rise back up. If you have bad knees, come onto your back and do a figure four or knee to your chest. Otherwise, come into pigeon by heel toeing your foot, left side of your mat. Start up nice and tall. Check your alignment, knee outside your hip, hips off the earth. Shin roughly parallel to the front of the mat or as close as you can manage. Back leg roughly straight behind you, but bent to the knee, obviously. Sit up nice and tall, and hands on your hips. If that feels good, maybe start to slowly walk down to your forearms. If that feels good, maybe shimmy your forearms further forward and surrender your body all the way to the earth. At any point you feel any pain, back off, especially in your knees or your hips. Do other variations, like maybe bending your elbows and hands together, thumbs to your C7, the big bone, or the big spinal bump on the back of your neck. Adding a little tricep stretch if you want. I'm not going to be here too long tonight. You can stay here for a few more breaths, or explore active pigeon by rising up, tying your right hand in front of your right shin, bending your left knee, maybe grabbing your left foot with your left hand. Maybe your right arm comes up, maybe your arms come up overhead. Maybe your elbow wraps around your foot and your hands interlace behind your back. Mine do not. And slowly plant your hands, release your foot. Straighten your left leg, right leg up for three-legged dog. Just take a few circles and come back to hands and knees. Inhale your left leg behind you. Exhale, glide it forward. Foot outside your hands. Stay here or lower onto your forearms. Maybe take a balancing posture on this side. Or maybe surrender for bird of paradise. Again, looks challenging, but it's actually quite relaxing once you get there. Just got to surrender and trust that it'll work. Inhale, slowly rise up from high lizard. Come through half splits. Straighten that front leg. Maybe come fuller down. And bend your knee again. And come through pigeon or come onto your back for figure four. Sit up tall, check your alignment. And stay here. Or start to walk your way forward. Whichever variation feels right. You may feel some mild discomfort, but no pain. Whichever variation is good for you and your body tonight, or today, whenever you're doing this. You're welcome to stay here a few more breaths. Or explore active pigeon by walking yourself back up. Left hand in front of your left shin, bend your right knee, right hand to your right foot. Maybe your left hand up, maybe over. And exhale, release. And just bring that left knee up. And come back down to hands and knees. Come all the way down to Sphinx. Forearms parallel. Closer your elbows are to your body, the more challenging this is. Just a nice low, like dull, low back stretch. Maybe plant your feet and straighten your legs, lifting your knees. Maybe straighten your arms for seal. And exhale, slowly release to the earth. One arm up overhead. Roll onto your back. We're just going to do a quick spinal twist. Let me check the time. Yeah, just a quick spinal twist. And you have the option to move to the wall. So arms out like a T. Bring your knees perpendicular to the earth. And exhale, just release them to your right, looking over your left shoulder, keeping your left shoulder on the earth. You can place a block underneath your knees or between your knees to help them surrender a little bit more. You could straighten your legs towards your hand. That feels more interesting to you. Be inspired to take whatever action you need. Get the most from your practice without too much. Inhale, slowly bend your knees, rise through center. And exhale your knees off to the other side. Keeping that shoulder planted, looking over the opposite hand from the side your knees are bent to. And again, put a block under your knees. Get straighten your legs if that helps. Do whatever spinal twist is right for you today. Inhale, bring your knees back through center. And just roll onto a side. Slowly bring yourself up. If you'd like to join us for wall work, you're welcome to bring your mat perpendicular to your wall. If you don't have a wall convenient, but you have a block, that's perfectly fine too. You just bring a block. You come in a bridge and bring a block under your sacrum and do legs up the wall. Or you could do bridge or shoulder stand in the middle of the room. I'm gonna start with some suggestions. So if you just want something gentle, bring your hips right next to the wall. Bring your legs up the wall and start a Shavasana. You could also put a block underneath your sacrum if you'd like. If you'd like something a little bit more, plant your feet and come through a bridge. And from bridge, you can plant your hands the low to middle back. Straighten your legs up for shoulder stand. And from shoulder stand, obviously much slower than this, you come into plow. You just cycle between those four. Or if you'd like to try some handstands and headstands, just be very careful how you start. The first handstand I'm going to do is with my feet by the wall and looking away. I'm just going to come up into a fairly shallow down dog. I'm just going to walk my feet up the wall and maybe lift one leg up overhead and maybe the other. Now I could do it the other direction, or we could do forearm handstand or forearm headstand. Headstand is kind of the easiest for me, so that's what I'm going to do today. For that, you're going to interlace your fingers. Your elbows are going to be about shoulder width apart. For forearm handstand, they're quite a bit narrower. Your hands are going to start about a foot away from your wall. You place the top of your head on the earth. Engage your elbows on the earth. You walk yourself sort of into a dolphin. Your dominant leg back. And just kind of kick your way up. And maybe lift your head a little bit to start resting. And maybe lift your feet a little bit into the air. Try not to come down as quickly as I did. And you're welcome to do as many of these variations as you'd like. I'm going to move to the Shavasana with the legs up the wall. There's about 6 minutes left for this video. So I'm gonna rest here for a couple minutes. Then I'm gonna do a supported fish for a couple minutes on the ground. And then just a few gentle movements to round out the class. And just close your eyes. Breathe naturally through your nose. If you're listening to the playlist, my restorative song of preference just came on. So kind of bring us to the end of our practice. Otto's giving entertainment if you need that. Nothing, you're just dancing around on your hoverboard. No, you're not. Maybe think about your intention. Just reflect on your day, how you feel. However, you've had enough legs up the wall, you could take traditional Shavasana, or you could take a low fish by grabbing a couple of blocks, placing one on its lowest setting, parallel to your spine, then one under your head, medium. This block goes right under the top of your shoulder blades. The bottom of your shoulder blades. This one rests on your head. Palms face up. And what this does, if you do choose to do this, is it's like a Shavasana, but it helps you open up your heart, which means open up your chest and bring your shoulders back. And this posture, we do throughout yoga. We do it in down dog, we do it in child's pose, we do it in triangle, side angle, warrior B, reverse triangle, dolphin, the handstands, headstands, shoulder stands, and so on. I like to describe it as the anti-computer pose or the anti-cell phone pose. Really, it's just kind of undoing the repetitive positions we find ourselves in during the day. And having control over your shoulders and neck and allowing them to open up gives you a lot more control, not only in yoga, but also just how you carry yourself throughout life and tension you might hold in your neck and shoulders. And just continue to breathe and relax. I'm just going to check the clock real fast. I'm going to go ahead and roll onto my sides, remove the blocks. I'm just going to plant my feet and windshield wiper my legs, knees side to side. I'm going to stretch my arms up high, heels down low. Bring my knees to my chest. Take another hug and rock side to side. And bring one arm up overhead and roll to that side and not get run over by a hoverboard. Take a couple breaths. Because I felt the hoverboard on my knee. I'll slowly work myself up to a seated pose. If you have a block or a towel, maybe place your hips on the edge of it so you can relax, or your bottom of the wow, I'm tired. The edge of your bottom on the edge of the block to relax your hips. We're going to inhale our arms up overhead, just like when we started class, and exhale, release. Do it a couple more times with your own breath. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up one more time. This time bring your hands through heart center. Just reflect on how you feel compared to the start of class. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Thank yourself for making time for your practice. I hope this helps you through your day. And if you're watching this during the coronavirus stuff, I hope it helps you find balance and calmness. Otto says yes, and if you did this after the coronavirus, it's still a good experience as well. I bow to the light and sound and all of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining tonight. And I am going to mix things up a little bit, probably not record classes every day, probably do like 3 to 5 a week. Just find a bit more balance for myself and gives me a bit of time to try other people's classes a bit more as well. But I will still be here and still teaching as much as I can. Yes, I do other people's classes as well. Thank you and have a good night. Bye.